Welcome back to Talks with Tawanda. We're in the middle of our boundary series, inspired by your answers to the poll after my episode, I Learned Boundaries the Hard Way. You said you realized the importance of boundaries after a breakup, during family drama, or some of you stated that you're still learning. Last time we talked about family. Today we're stepping into relationships. One of the hardest spaces to keep your boundaries clear because love can blur the lines. This is not about blaming anyone else. This is about reclaiming responsibility of your own boundaries and learning how to love without losing yourselves. I used to think love meant giving all of me, even the parts that I couldn't afford to lose. I thought love meant silence, swallowing my truth to keep the peace. I thought love meant sacrifice, but I didn't know that sacrifice without boundaries is self-destruction. Now I know. Love is not meant to erase me. Love is not meant to shrink me. Love is not meant to take my no as rejection. Boundaries are the language of respect. Boundaries are the frame that keeps love from becoming control. Boundaries are how I say I can give to you without abandoning myself. I'll be real with you. Boundaries were one of the biggest demons I had to fight in my relationship. I thought if I just kept on giving, kept on forgiving, kept overlooking, that somehow love would win. But every time I ignored my boundaries, I was teaching someone else how to ignore them too. And deep down, I always felt it. There was this feeling in my gut, this quiet voice, this nudge that told me something isn't right. But instead of listening, I silenced it. I made it someone else's responsibility to calm the feeling in me. I thought, if they just loved me better, if they just act right, if they just showed up in a way that I needed, maybe this uneasiness will go away. But here's the truth. That feeling, it wasn't theirs to fix. It was mine. And the only way it could calm was if I chose me, if I stood in my boundaries. That's when I realized I wasn't losing myself because of their choices. I was losing myself because I kept abandoning my own boundaries. Think about it. How many times have you allowed someone to cancel on you again and again? Let disrespect slide because you didn't want to start an argument. Stayed quiet when your heart was screaming to speak. Not because you didn't know better, but because you wanted to be loved more than you wanted to be respected. But love without boundaries, it isn't love. It's survival. And we was not created to survive love. We was created to thrive in it. Here are 3 lessons that changed everything for me. Lesson number 1. Boundaries are not ultimatums. They're standards. An ultimatum is manipulation. A boundary is clarity. So when you say, I don't accept disrespectful language, that's not control. That's honor. 2, boundaries must be lived, not just spoken. If you say you need consistency, but keep accepting excuses, you've taught them that inconsistency is okay. Stand on your no. 3, boundaries are about you, not them. You don't set boundaries to change someone else. You set boundaries to protect yourself. Their reaction is not your responsibility. Your peace is. And this is a powerful shift. Every time you honor your boundaries, you remind yourself you are worthy of real love, not almost love, not convenient love, but love that sees you and respects you. So let's breathe this in together. Hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and release. and say this with me, or write it down if you can. I can be in love and still set boundaries. My boundaries do not push love away, they make love healthier. I am responsible for protecting my peace. I am worthy of love that honors who I am. Say it again, slower this time. Let the Spirit agree with the words you have spoken to yourself. I can be in love and still set boundaries. My boundaries do not push love away, they make love healthier. I am responsible for protecting my peace. I am worthy of love that honors who I am. Dear future partner, I promise to love you fully, but not foolishly. I will not lose myself to keep you. I will not silence myself to please you. And I will not abandon myself to prove I love you. I ask the same from you. Love me freely, but don't forget yourself. Honor my boundaries as I honor yours. Because true love doesn't demand we break. True love builds. True love doesn't strip us of our identity. True love sees two whole people standing side by side with boundaries that protect us both. So let's promise this. We will not love each other at the cost of losing ourselves. We will love each other in truth, in freedom, and in peace. This was part 2 of our boundary series. We started with family. Today we're looking at relationships. And next time, we'll close with still learning. Because boundaries are never one and done. They're a lifelong practice. And each season of life asks us to set them again. But before we close, I want to share something with you. If this episode spoke to you and you know you're ready to start protecting your peace in real ways, I've created resources just for you. My self-care bundle is packed with affirmations, journal prompts, and tools you can use every day to stay grounded. Think of it as a personal toolkit for your healing journey. You can grab the bundle using the links I have in the show notes. Either way, I'd love for you to take the next steps in protecting your peace. If this episode resonated with you,